So what I did is I actually have a mold and I've used it before. You can imagine this thing all gilded. It's just beautiful. But it's an expensive mold. That's why I use it a ton, because it's expensive. If you cannot afford, you know, or really it's not in the budget to spend a lot of money on a mold, there are options, okay? So let me show you. I have a bunch of these little guys that a lot of decorators have them. So you can either hand mold your flowers or use just some molds. And just piece a whole bunch of these together. That's how you do it. You just take it in here, pop it out.
Ta-da!
Yeah. And again, it's soft, so I'd pop it in the freezer. And you take a bunch of these, and if you put a bunch of them together, I have daisies, I have roses, whatnot. Just put them all on here and create your own swag. Put a rose on here, then put another rose, put a daisy, make some leaves, put some leaves, and just taper it. Just individual pieces. You're never going to know. It's not one giant mold. Okay? It may take a little bit more, but if you're like me, you have a bunch of these like set aside, you know, already done up. Okay?
So I'm sorry. Can you tell me again where you got that big, beautiful mold?
I got it from Jennifer Dance. And I've used it before on Yummy Arts.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful mold, but
it is.
You know, it's expensive.
Yeah, it is.
So,
but at least you taught us how to.
But you can do it. Yeah, you can do it without it. Just take a bunch of different flowers. I have daisies and roses. That's all this is daisies and roses. And I actually hand molded the leaves.
No way.
Yeah, you just make a cone.
By hand?
By hand. Oh my God.
You hand molded them by hand?
Yeah, you just make a cone, put a slice down the middle, you know, for the center vein, and there you got, you know, you got the leaves, and they look pretty much like what they are there.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, so there's no reason, you know, you don't have to, but I have to tell you, I do use this one a lot because it's a stunning mold. And like I said, if you gilded this, I'm gonna have to do a cake with this gilded because I know it'd be stunning. It's not usually that fancy. All right, let me press this in. Okay, so I'm removing the excess. Okay, so get in there. Everybody.
Chuck it in the freezer for a few seconds?
Yep, I'm going to put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
Because it's.
See how helpful I am?
Yeah. Okay, so there we go. And see, they just pop right out because the fondant's firm.
You have to add your own sound effects, though.
Boink.
Boink.
Boink. Okay. So the one that I absolutely love, this one here, is actually this. Pretty, huh?
Oh, that is pretty. Hang on, we're going to get a close-up. Hang on. There we go. Perfect.
Okay. And then you can see I got a bunch of the roses. And then these are the little roses. These are so cute. You see them. Well, you saw them on the other thing. Here they are, white. Little tiny roses. And I know there's a bunch of these. There's a bunch, here's a colored one. There's a bunch of these little tiny rose molds all over the internet.
Very cool.
Okay.
All right, so we get the idea. You make little tiny fondant roses.
Yeah.
In whatever little rose thing you have.
Yeah.
And you can get them all over the place.
And I use both sizes. Yeah, I use the large and the small. Yeah. And like I said, I think the mold actually has both of them on it, but I'm not positive. I know, I wanted to have time to look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's First Impressions that has it.
Okay.
But there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of mold places out there, so.
Sure, you can get them all
check them
online.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of them.
So I did those when I didn't have a bunch of people watching me.
So you do like purple fondant, or do you use all white?
No, I actually use all white. When I do that, I use all white. And then what I do is the same stuff that I use to color the hydrangea, you know, so it kind of matches.
Excellent.
I did half of them in purple. Okay, so you can see them.
Okay. And Ada just wrote in, said Jennifer Dance is D-O-N-T-Z.
Yes.
From Sugar Delights.
And Delights is spelled D-E-L-I-T-E-S.
Yep.
So the roses, half are shrimp, half are violet. So half peach, half violet.
Got it.
Okay. Let's see what we got going on here.
Very pretty color combo.
Yeah, it is. And then with the large roses, I did the same. I did mostly mostly lavender, but I did a couple of these
Okay.
that were also shrimp colored with the large ones. So yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So this is just light green.
Light green.
Yep, just some sort of light green. Okay.
Excellent.
All right, I'll save these aside in case I need them.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's my, there we go. See?
Nice.
It comes out easier. Put it in the freezer.
Put it in the freezer.
5 minutes, you're done. Okay, and then while it's still pliable.
Can you tilt it towards the camera a little bit because we're on a flat? We just want to see the, there, look at the detail, look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Worth it if you use it all a bunch of times.
Which I do.
All the time.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay.
Believe me, if you invest in it, you will use it all the time because you
Yeah.
want to get your money's worth. So